Hello students, let's discuss a very interesting topic, numerical solution of partial differential equation, and in this first we will study the wave equation. Okay, so in numerical method we have done a lot of things like solving this equation, then we have also done numerical integration, and then we have also done differential equation. Now we are going to discuss partial differential equation. In this we will have three types: wave equation, heat equation and Laplace equation. So now let us start with the wave equation. The wave equation, the standard format is this, or it is also written as c square dou to u upon dou x square is equal to dou to u by dou t square. So whatever is given, you need to understand. Here one thing always remember, this c square is always with dou to u by dou x square. Now you have already learned how to solve this by separation of variable method, but now we are doing it numerically. So when you do it numerically, what are the important concepts you need to keep in mind? We will be solving it in a rectangular network. So I will be making a rectangular network like this, and here I will be making rows where I will write x, and I will be making the columns where I will mark t. So horizontally x will change and vertically t will change. Now what will be the step size? Right, I will make the boxes like this. So what will be this size? That is by h and k. So k will define how t is changing. So k will work here and h will work here. Correct? In questions k and h both are given. If it is not given, then k is h by c. If they give, use that k. If they are not giving, then use k is equal to h by c, and c you can extract from here. Now here one thing you need to understand very carefully, where students usually do a mistake. The value of u in any mesh or in any box is represented by u x comma t. Means when x is x and t is t, what is the value of u? We represent like this. And the position of the box is represented by I comma j. Means this is, if I look at this, suppose I am writing x0, x1, x2, x3. So this I is nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3. Same way here t0, t1, t2. So j is 0, 1, 2. Now suppose your x0 value is 5, x1 value is 6, x2 value is 7, x3 value is 8. So if I want to talk about, and here also let me take 1, 2 and 3. Intentionally I am taking different so that you will be very clear. So now when I talk about this box, the position of this box is u 0, 0, because x 0 position x and 0 position t. But if I want to write what are the values, so it is written as u value at this box is u 5, 1. So there is a difference. See, here I am writing in bracket x and t, that represent the value. And ij, when I am writing a subscript, it represents the position. So you should not get confused in the question, because in most of the questions the x varies same way, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So students get confused at the end of the day. In few questions when it is not matching, they totally get confused which value to be taken. Right? So when I am working in this type of box, when I am talking about this box, so what is the position of this box? The position of this box is 2, 1, because the x value is 2 and t value is 1. And if I want to talk about the value of u at this, so it will be, I will write like this, 7, 2. Okay, so you should understand what is a position. Position is represented by this, and what is a value? Value is represented by this. Then the question will become easy. Your target is to find out the value of u. Correct? So if I make the box, this is how you have to locate the position. Right? Now what will be given in your question? First of all, what you need to understand, step 1, you need to understand what is your h, what is your k, and what is your c if k is not given. Second thing, in question, in all the questions, they will give you certain information. For example, if I am writing u 0, t is equal to 0. What does it mean? This means when x is 0, and remember it is not a position, okay, value. When x is 0 and t is changing, that time the value of u is 0. Then they will give u, suppose they are giving 4 comma t is equal to 0. What does it mean? When x is fixed 4 and t is changing, then the value is 0. So see, if I look at this box, suppose this x0 value is 0. So this represents the first column, because in the first column x value is 0 and t is changing. So first column is 0. Same way when I am saying u 4 comma t, suppose this is 4. Right. So then this particular column has all the values as 0. Understood? If I write u, suppose t is 1, right? 1 comma x. What does it mean? It means this first row. So this is how you need to understand what exactly this notation means. Solving question is damn easy, but you have to write down the formula, and for the formulas you need to have this understanding. Okay. Now I'll tell you the formula also by which you can do the question. Always first step, you should finish the question and then you write down the formulas. Okay. Now I will be applying two formulas. First formula is u I comma 1. Now this is a position I am talking. Okay. So when I is changing, means where x values are changing, okay, columns, and t is same, then 1 by 2 u I minus 1 comma 0 plus u I plus 1 comma 0. This is the first formula. How to apply it, don't worry, I will teach you that. Okay. For this, my shortcut formula will be, if I want to fill this box, suppose this is x. Okay. So my target will be in the box, in the whole rectangular box, I will search these two values a and b, and x will be equal to a plus b by 2. So this will be my trick to fill the form, and this is a formula we have to write for the marks. Okay, then go to the next one. Next is your formula, which is known as explicit formula. Okay, now explicit formula is u I comma j plus 1 is equal to, I'll explain you this in the box, so don't worry about it. U I minus 1 comma j plus u I plus 1 comma j minus u I j minus 1. Okay, and this is the formula which we will write for marks, but my condition will be, my formula will be, suppose if I want to fill this box. Okay, so my target will be this box, and the box above it. So A, B and C if it is, then x is equal to A plus B minus C. So this will be my explicit formula. Okay, in question I'll explain you, so it will be more clear to you. I'll tell you how to fill the box, and then I will tell you how to write it down also by using the explicit formula and this formula. So don't worry about it, just remember this box and this box. Okay, now what we have to do, we will start with the question and we will understand each concept. Now let us see the first question. Okay, now solve wave equation this. So when I am writing the solution, as I said, c square is equal to 4, comma, with condition I am not checking right now, I am just looking for the value of h. So h is equal to 1 and k is equal to 0.5. Okay, and up to 4 steps means t should go take 4 steps. This is for t. Now I need to decide how x is moving and how t is moving. I know for t I have to take 4 steps, but how I will check from where to where x is moving? So for that, always these two conditions will be given. Okay, now if you observe this, t is fixed, t is a variable here. See, here t is variable, here t is variable, but x is moving from 0 to 4, means x is moving from 0 to 4 with a step size of 1 because h is 1. So x will be 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. On the other hand, k is 0.5. So t will start from 0, 0.5 1, 1.5 and 2. How many steps? 1 step, 2 step, 3 step and 4. See, 1 step, 2 step, 3 step and 4 step. They asked me to do for 4 step. So very first thing, write down your C, H, K and how X and T are moving. Now make a box. Okay, make a box. So when I am making a box, see T, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct. Now here also I'll make a line like this. Then make a line like this. So first I will make this. Excuse me for my drawing. Now this is your X. This is your T. X moves here, T moves here. Now see how I am writing. First position is always 0. So x0 is 0 because this is 0. Then x1 is 1. This. x2 is equal to 2. x3 is equal to 3. x4 is equal to 4. So coincidentally here I and x will match because position and the value of x is same. Okay, now here T0 is equal to 0, T1 is equal to 0.5. See, it is different. T2 is equal to 1, T3 is equal to 1.5. So T4 is equal to 2. I need to solve till 4 steps. So till T4 I'll go. Okay, now complete the box. First I will teach you how to fill the box. Then I'll teach you how to write down the formulas. But actually it has to be vice versa. First you should apply the formulas and get the answer. But we will do the reverse thing so that at least for the box we will get the marks. Okay. Now, what is the first thing given in the question? Right? First you go back to the question and look at this. What does it mean? It means when x is 0 and t is changing. Where x is 0, tell me. Now look here. X is 0. And if I move in the first column, t is changing. And they are telling at this point u value is 0. Means all the values in the first column are 0. So when I say u 0 comma t is equal to 0 implies first column is equal to 0. Okay, now look here. u4 comma t means x is 4 and t is changing. Where it is? See here. X is 4 and down if I am moving t is changing. So this is also 0. So what I can write? u4 comma t is equal to 0 implies last column is 0. Done? Now what is the next thing given in the question? Now this thing is only for the explicit formula derivation and the other formula. So we will never touch this condition. Okay, this ut means dou u by dou t. We will never touch this. Now come to this one. This is again a very important given information. What is given? u x comma 0 is equal to x4 minus x. Correct? Now, this means when x is changing and t is 0, where it is? See, x is changing means I am moving like this. I am moving like this. Right? X is changing like this only now. And t is 0 when I am talking about the first row. So this first row represents this situation. When t is 0 and x is changing. So now let us put different value of x. So when I put x is equal to 1 and t is equal to 0, what I am getting? 1, 4 minus 1. So this is 3. Now u 2 minus 0. So 2, 4 minus 2. So 4. Correct? Next, u 3 comma 0. So here what I will put? 3, 4 minus 3. So 3, 4, 4 comma 0, 4 and 4 minus 4, that is 0. Actually not required. So what I got? u10. Now u10 means what? When x is 1 and t is 0. Go back when x is 1 and t is 0. As I said, it is the first row only. So without thinking too much, I can put the values actually. And you can check whether you have done it correct or not. See, what is the meaning of this thing? If I look here, when x is 3 and t is 0. So I have filled here only when x is 3 and t is 0. This is how you have to fill. Okay. Now very carefully understand how I am putting. First column is done. Last column is done. First row is done. Correct. Now we have to fill the remaining rows. Next row is always filled by my formula which I told you. If this is the unknown x and here are two numbers a and b. So my x is equal to a plus b upon 2. So same way, this is the position for x. I want to fill it. So who is a and b? See, this is a and this is b. So 0 plus 4 upon 2 is how much? 2. So I'll fill 2 here. Okay. Then this box. This box, if I search a and b, if this is the x, look at this diagram. If this is the x, what are a and b? This 3 and this 3. So 3 plus 3 upon 2 is 3. Then 4 plus 0 upon 2 is 2. So my next column I got, next row I got. Now for the remaining rows, what is the formula I am going to apply? If this is the x, okay, I want to fill this box. And this is A, this is B, and this is C. So my x is equal to A plus B minus C. Okay. So look here, if I want to fill this box, this is suppose x. So how it is moving? See, A plus B minus C. So basically this triangle you have to form above the number you want to fill. So 0 plus 3 minus 3 is what? 0. Now look at this position. Now where is the triangle? Now the triangle is this one. So this plus this minus this. So 2 plus 2, 4 minus 4, again 0. Next one, this column you have to fill. So 3 plus 0 is 3 minus 3, again 0. Correct? Now next again same thing. Now where will be the triangle? Now this is a triangle. 0 plus 0 minus 2 minus 2. Okay. This means 0 plus 0 minus 3. This one 0 plus 0 minus 2. Now next. So 0 plus minus 3 minus 0. So minus 3. Next one minus 2 minus 2 minus 0. So minus 4. Next minus 3 minus plus 3 plus 0 minus 0. So minus 3. So this is my final answer actually. This box is the answer. Okay. But you need to represent it properly. Right. So this we have done for the first column, last column and the first row. So now we have to put for the remaining. Now I will put for the second row. From here I wrote first row. Now second row, what is the formula we are using? The simple formula for this is ui comma 1 is equal to 1 by 2 ui minus 1 comma 0 plus ui plus 1 comma 0. Now see, this thing and what I have written here is perfectly same, exactly same. If I want to find out this x, I wrote a plus b upon 2. See, I represent the column and j represent the row. So if I want to find out for 1, so what I am doing, row is changing. See, column is not changing. I want to find out this. So this position, if suppose this position is your I. Okay, so this is I minus 1 and this is I plus 1. So that is the reason it came like that. Okay, so this formula and this formula is same, but I have written it in a simplified manner so that students should not get confused. Now when you write ui1 is equal to this formula, you simply write putting different values of I okay, now you write u1 comma 1 is equal to what are the values you have got. Look at your table 2, 3, 2. So I already know the answer. Okay, so 2, 3, 2. So u, okay, now here 2 comma 1, u 3 comma 1. Correct. So now you have written these values and see this represent the second row. Your second row is what? 2, 3, 2. Correct. Now go to the next. Now third row onwards. Explicit formula Now what is your explicit formula? ui comma j plus 1 is equal to ui minus 1 comma j plus ui plus 1 comma j minus ui j minus 1. So this formula you remember. Okay. Now when I am doing exactly third row, okay, when I am doing exactly third row, how I am going to write? See, I will put different values of I and j. Correct? When I am talking about third row, always remembers when we are moving like this, who is changing? I is changing. And when we are moving like this, who is changing? J is changing. Okay, so we are already reached to second row. We have to start from the third row now. So third row here, see, j is 1, 2, 3. Correct? So j is 0, 1 and 2. This is the position 0, 1 and 2. So j is 2 and I is 1. Right? So you will write like this 1 and j is 2. So you will write like this 2. So u1, 2 will come. u2, 2 will come. u3, 3 will come. Even if you don't understand I, J, K, I'll teach you how to do it. Okay. Then here you write fourth row. Okay. Fourth row will be U1, 3, U2, 3 and U3, 3. And next row will be U1, 4, U2, 4 and U3, 4. And if you don't do all this, 1 or 2 marks only you will miss. So make the table and till here you write properly, then it is also more than sufficient. Okay. Now see, go back to your table if you are not understanding this. Directly from table I'll teach you how I did this. Okay. How I wrote these values. See, after this, second row I did the third row. All values are 0, 0, 0 in third row. So 0, 0, 0. Correct. Fourth row, what are the values? 0, minus 2, minus 3, minus 2, minus 3, minus 2. Okay, and the last row is minus 3, minus 4, minus 3. Now, if you are confused ki how I am putting this value, how these names are coming, na, don't bother much. Go back here. See how you want to write. Suppose I want to talk about this box. What is this box? Here, what is the value of u, position of x? 1. What is the position of t? 2. So this box represent u1, 2. This box represent what is the position of x? 2. And here 2. So u2, 2. Then this box represent u3, 2. Right? This box represent u1, 3. This box represent u2, 3. This box represent u3, 3. Now this box represent u1, 4. This box represent u2, 4. u3, 4. So that is what I have written here now. So only remember this formula and just put it like this. So you will easily get the full marks. Okay. I hope this question is clear. Now let's do the next question. Okay. Now try to pause the video and try to do along with me. Okay. Now here if I write the solution, first thing c square is equal to 1 upon 0.0625. Remember I told you c square has to be with uxx, not with utt. So this is nothing but 1 by 16. Right? Oh sorry, 16. Not 1 by 16, it will be 16. So this is equal to 16 implies c is equal to 4. Now h is given as 1. So k is equal to h by c, that is 1 by 4, that is 0.25. It is up to you whether you write decimal or fraction. Okay. Now after this I need to understand how x is changing. Now look at this given condition. X is changing from 0 to 5 and step size is 1. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now how t is changing? K value is, as I said, 0.25 or 1 by 4 and I have to go till 1. So 0, 1 by 4, 2 by 4, that is 1 by 2, then 3 by 4, 3 by 4 and then last value is 1. Okay, 0, 0.25, 0.5, 0.75 and 1. So it is not necessary that x and t will always be same number counts. Okay. Now, next thing, I'll make the box. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 t I want to make. So 1 is for the naming, then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. So here also now let me first make the box, which is the most critical and difficult part for me. Mathematics is not an issue. My issue is making this drawing, weird drawing. Okay. So x and t. So how x is changing? Don't forget the position. x0 is 0, x1 is equal to 1, x2 is equal to 2, x3 is equal to 3, x4 is equal to 4 and x5 is equal to 5. Same where t0 is equal to 0, t1 is equal to 1 by 4, t2 is equal to 1 by 2, t3 is equal to 3 by 4 and t4 is equal to 1. Then make it like this. Sorry for the lining. You can use the scale while doing an exam. Now, this part is done. Now, what is the next part? You need to understand this thing. What does it mean? This means when x is 0 and t is changing. When x is 0 and t is changing. Right? Means first column is 0. So, you write here. When u 0 comma t is equal to 0 implies first column is equal to 0. Then next is what? u 5 comma t is 0. 5 comma t means this. Correct? Now, so u 5 comma t is equal to 0 implies last column. Right? Now next thing is what they have given in the question. Go back. Now next thing is this. u x comma, as I said, this won't be used. u x comma 0 is equal to x square x minus 5. Okay. Now ux comma 0 means what? When t is 0. Okay. I told you the standard format is this. So when t is 0 and x is changing. So t is 0 here and x is changing means you are moving like this. Correct? So in this position means in first row. Okay. In first row this function is followed. So let us start now. So how I'll do? The first put x value as 1. So when x is 1 means 1, 1 minus 5. How much it is? Minus 4. Correct? Then you put here ux 2 comma 0. So when x is 2, 4, 2 minus 5. So minus 3 4s are 12. Minus 12 I got. Okay. Same way u 3 comma 0 is equal to, substitute here 3. So what you will get? 9 and 3 minus 5 is 2. Right? 9 2s are 18 with negative sign. u 4 comma 0 is 4 when you put minus 1 and 16. So minus 16. So I got the values for first column, first row. Right? So let me substitute the values. So what are the values now? Minus 4, minus 12, minus 18 and minus 16. Correct? And remember it is like this, not the position. It's not ij, it is x and t, the value of x and y. Okay. Now what I told you, now quickly solve without thinking too much also. If you want to solve this, what you have to do? This plus this upon 2. So 0 plus of minus 12 upon 2 is how much? Minus 6. Okay. Then minus 4 minus 18. Add 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Minus 22 upon 2 is how much? Minus 11. Next, minus 12 minus 16 is 28. 28 upon 2 is what? 14. So minus 14. Then minus 18 and 0. So minus 9. So I got the second row as well. Correct? And what I told you, how you will write it down for second row? Now see, I'll directly teach you here. Don't look, go for the formula. Formula you have marked up, you will write down. Now I want to write this box. Now what is the position here? 1 and 1. So you write u1 comma 1 is equal to minus 6. Okay, this box is what position? 2 comma 1. 2 comma 1 is equal to minus 11. Now this box, if I am thinking, what is the position? 3 comma 1. So u3 comma 1 is equal to minus 14, and u4 comma 1 is equal to minus 9. So you just write down that formula which I told you in terms of I. Then for different values of I, we get this value. Simple. Okay. Now third row onwards, how you have to fill? You have to make the triangles. Remember this place if you want to fill. So this place plus this place and minus this place. A plus B minus C. Correct. So now when I want to fill this box, so 0. Okay, I'll take the different color. So 0 plus of minus 11 minus 4. So minus 11 minus of minus 4 means plus 4. So that will become minus 7. Right? So I'll write here minus 7. And how I will write here? Third row. See this box, what is the position? 1. Position is 1 comma 2. So u1 comma 2 is equal to minus 7. Okay. Now this will be minus 6 minus 14 is minus 20. Minus 20 plus 12, if I do minus 8. Same way minus 2 and 2. Now this process you repeat till end. So minus 2, 2, 8, 7, 9, 14, 11 and 6. And same way you write down all the values here. This is your answer. Simple. Remember, just when you write second row, you have to write that formula. When you are writing third rows onwards, you have to write explicit formula and just write the statement, putting different values of I and j, and then you check here. This value, if you want to write down, what is the position? X2 and 4 to 2 comma 4. U2 comma 4 is equal to that value. Okay. So this is how you have to do the questions. Now look at this question. In this question, function is given with the discontinuity. Okay. So now what I will be doing? Same thing. I will first write down all the given informations. Okay. So now x is moving from 0 to 5 with the step size of 1. And t is moving from 0 to 1 with a step size of k is not given. But we know that k is equal to h by c. Okay, what is the value of c here? 25. So 1 by c square is 25. So 1 by 5. Correct? So now let's make the box. Okay. So x0 is equal to 0, x1 is equal to 1, x2 is equal to 2, x3 is equal to 3, x4 is equal to 4, x5 is equal to 5. T0 is equal to 0, T1 is equal to 1 by 5, T2 is equal to 2 by 5, T3 is equal to 3 by 5, T4 is equal to 4 by 5, and I made one less. T5 is equal to 5 by 5, which is 1. So my box is ready. Now see how quickly I'll do. So now writing part, extra writing parts I'll leave on you, and we will just fill up the box quickly and move to the next question. Okay, but in exam you have to write, okay? Don't skip that portion. Now, first thing, use 0 comma t is 0 means first column, go 0. And don't blindly put. In few questions they will change it also. Next question will be like that. 5 comma t means last column, 0. Right? Now next is this one. Now here you need to understand. This represents the first row. Okay, this first row I will be filling by this. Now when x is 0 or 1, the function is 20x. So when x is 0, okay, that is already there, so no need to fill. When x is 1, this is 1, right? When x is 1, the value is 20. When x is 2, you have to follow this function. Right? So now put x is equal to 2. So 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 into, see here, 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 5s are 15. Now when x is 3, so 5 minus 3 is 2, 2 5s are 10. When x is equal to 4, so 5 minus 4 is 1 and this is 5. Correct? So I got this thing, right? Now go to the next one. 20, 15, 10, 5 I got, and as I told you, you will be writing here. Okay, you will properly write down first function and then you write for x is equal to 1, putting the like I have written here in this question. You should also do like this. Different values of x, I got this. Okay, like this. Same way you have to write. Okay, now let us do the next thing. Now filling the table is very easy for us. How to fill this box? 0 plus 15 upon 2, that is 7.5. Then this box is 20 plus 10 upon 2 means 15. This box is 15 plus 5 upon 2, that is 10, 5. Correct? Then when I come to this box is 0 plus 15 minus 20. My simple concept, this you have to fill. So A plus B minus C. So this triangle should be formed, right? So A plus B minus C. Okay, A plus B minus C. So how much I am getting? 15 minus 20 is minus 5, right? So this will be 2.5, this will be 10, this will be 5. Then minus 5, minus 10, minus 25, 5. Minus 5, minus 10. Pause the video and do it yourself. Don't copy. Otherwise, how you will learn? Right? Minus 5, minus 10, minus 15, minus 20. Done? And then I have told you how to write down key, what is the solution and how it is coming. So same thing you follow which you followed in question number 1 and 2. Okay. Now let's move to the next question. So the next question is very different question and it is very important question because it has a trigonometric function in it, right? But it is very, very easy. Now here, first thing, I need to understand how x and t are moving. Correct? Now if you observe carefully, here some change is there. First of all, when I write the solution, I have c square is equal to 1 implies c is equal to 1. H is equal to 1 by 4 given and k is equal to h by c. So it is equal to 1 by 4 only. So x will move with the step size of 1 by 4 and t will also move with the step size of 1 by 4. Now here they are telling x comma 0 means when t is 0. See, in my all previous question it was given 0 comma t. Here it is given x comma something. Right? So I need to understand first x is moving from where to where. Here in this part I am not clear. Here x is starting with 0 probably. This is never used. Now if I go to this, x is ending at 1. Right? So my x value is starting from 0, 1 by 4, 2 by 4 that is 1 by 2, then 3 by 4 and then 1. Now t values are moving from in this range. So 0, 1 by 4, 1 by 2, 3 by 4 and 1. Correct? So now make the table. Now this question is different, so please pay attention here. Now here it is x and here it is t. So x0 is 0, x1 is equal to 1 by 4. See, first time x is changing like this and otherwise only t was changing in all the previous question we did. Otherwise position and value was always matching. In this question it is not matching and you have to take care of that thing. Okay. Now t0 is 0, t1 is 1 by 4, t2 is 1 by 2, t3 is 3 by 4 and t1 is 1. Now look at the question again. First is they are saying u x comma 0 is 0 means when x is changing and t is 0. Where is t 0? T is 0 here. And x is changing means I am talking about this particular row. Correct? So now this full row is 0. Till now in all the question, first column was 0. And in this question, first row is 0. Other thing what they are saying, when x is 0 and t is changing, means when x is 0 and t is changing means like this. So this is also 0. Okay. What is the next condition given? Now it is very interesting. u1 comma t is 100 sin pi t. u1 comma t is equal to 100 sin pi t. Okay. So now I'll put different values of t. 1 comma 0. So when t is 0, okay, t is 0 and x is 1. Right. So now you have to understand here that t values are like 1 by 4, 1 by 2, 3 by 4 and 1. Right. So this will be u 1 comma 1, u 1 is fixed, t is only changing, है ना? So u 1 comma 3. Now see, I am not talking about the position. I have intentionally written like this. How you have to think? They are writing the value, not the position. So now what is, where x is 1, you need to go here and check. See, x is 1 here. So I should not think about this particular column. I should think about this particular column because I'm not talking about the position. I'm talking about the value. So this 1 represents this last column and t is changing means this last column. Now in this first box, what is the value of t? It is not 0. Okay, it is not 0. We should start with 1 because t 0 is already done. So at the first box, the value is not 0. It is 1 by 4. So intentionally I wrote like this so that you will understand that it is 1 by 4. You look like this. This box is what? 1 comma 1 by 4. Okay. So now when I am writing this, this will be 1 by 2. Okay. And this will be 3 by 4. And this will be 1. Now here, sine 100 sine pi, what is t? 1 by 4. So sine pi by 4. Now when you use your calculator, either you do 180 upon 4. So that will give you a degree. And directly in calculator, that degree you calculate. And if you want to write pi, like shift and you, that pi you want to use, make sure your calculator is in radian, not degree. And but if you are doing 180 upon 4, then it is in degree. So you can directly calculate in your calculator. So you will get here 70.71. So this value will go here, 70.71. Okay. Then this 100 sine pi by 2. Sine 90, pi by 2 is 90. Sine 90 is 1. So 100. So this I calculated in degrees. If you want to use pi by 2, if you are pressing in your calculator, sine in bracket pi by 2, make sure it is in radian. Then 100 sine 3 pi by 4. So this will be also equal to 70.71. Then 100 sine pi. Sine pi we all know is 0. So this will become 0. So this is 70.71 and this is 0. So my framework is ready. First column, last column, first row. In all the previous question, first column and last column was 0 and first row I was filling. In this particular question, it is different. First row, first column they gave 0 and last column I have filled by using the given formula. Now after this, so you know life. How I will fill this box? 0 plus 0 upon 2, 0. 0 plus 0 upon 2, 0. 0 plus 0 upon 2, 0. Now this box 0 plus 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 plus 70.71 minus 0 is 70.71. Next, 0 plus 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 plus 70.71 minus 0 is this. And this will be 100. Same way, this will become 70.71. This will become 100. And this will become 70.71 plus 70.71 minus 70.71. So this. And I am done. After this, so you know how to do the decoration. You can write down all the positions u1, 2, u3, 1 and write down the values. If you have time, or directly write the formula and write for different values of I and j, we get these values. Easy. So this was a different question you should remember and take care of that radian and degree. Now look at this question. Similar type of question. Here c square is equal to 4. Okay. So u0 comma t tells me first column is 0. Spelling of column I have written wrong. 5 comma t is 0 means last column is 0. So first and last column maintained by this. First row maintained by this. But you have to write it down like this. Then see how I have filled the whole box. Correct? So you pause the video, solve it yourself and check whether you are getting the same answer or not. And then you know how to write down the remaining portions. This is again a question with sign. So this you should particularly solve completely. See how I have written first column, last column 0. Then how x values are changing, how t values are changing. And you have to take care when I am writing 0.2. 0.2 is 2 by 10, that is 1 by 5. So here it will be x value is changing. So 1 by 5 comma 0. So it is pi by 5. So either you do 180 by 5 and take in degree in your calculator, or convert your calculator to radian and type sine of pi by 5. So you will get this value. Okay, so pause the video, solve it and check whether you are getting the same answer or not. So this is the answer. This is how we have done the wave equation. Heat equation is exactly same like this, rather it is simple than this. Okay, but in that there are two different cases which we will discuss in next video. Kindly subscribe the channel so that the moment I'll upload the video, you will get the notification. If there is any topic which is troubling you, bothering you, put a message in YouTube. I'll upload the simple explanation for that particular topic. Thank you.